Since the early days of film entertainment, movies have been dominated by primarily white leading roles. You hardly ever see a non-white person playing the hero in a movie or being the main romantic interest. Oftentimes, minorities are cast as a sidekick or a best friend. In a country that is known as the melting pot, you would think that Hollywood would better represent our diverse land, but that is just not the case. My goal for this topic is to understand how people of a certain demographic feel about being underrepresented in the TV and film industry. I'm hoping to find out how this affects other people and if it has influenced the way they acted around others based on the stereotypes they were given. I'm hoping to find a more positive outlook on how Asian characters can be portrayed in TV and film, and some possible ways we can change the stereotypes.
Anything with Jackie Chan in it. The end. Don't remember a specific number of movies that had a Asian actor or Asian lead role, but basically I've watched all the Jackie Chan movies, all those.
The Last Samurai, Ken Watanabe, that's an Asian actor, right? Well, there's one with Jackie Chan. He's got a lot of movies. The other samurai movie a long time ago, back in the 1970s, what is it called?
I mean, if you cast an Asian actor for an Asian role, it goes in the show. Then it's good, right? If you don't fucking do it. I would say Asians in Hollywood or in the movie department or show department, it would depending. So since I like Asian movies generally, so I see quite a few of them in there. Not as much as I guess a white actor, but if you look at I guess population wise, there's a lot more white ethnicity around. So I'm not too surprised, but I would be happy seeing more popular Asian actors out there.
Well, that depends. I think if it calls for Asian culture, where they're filming like geishas or things of that nature, like movies that has to do with geishas and different, then they are well represented. But if it's an American type movie, they're not represented at all. Well, I have kind of mixed feelings because back in the days when they did The King and I, that's another Asian movie, but the actor is not Asian. It was Yul Brynner, and he was not Asian at all, but they had to put serious makeup on him to make him look Asian. And because of the year that they actually produced that movie, there weren't hardly any actors at all that was Asian. So that part I can say, well, it all depends on the year, because back then there was mostly Americans that played those parts, Madame Butterfly, King and I, and so they didn't really have any Asian actors at all. If you cast somebody and you're portraying them, then it should be the right casting. If it's he or she is Asian, then they should cast the right type of person.
Knows martial arts. They're either like the old wise men who know everything, or they're like Jackie Chan, who's like they're supposed to be funny, and then like they are funny, and at the same time they know how to do like every single martial art on the planet ever. They've put a persona that they've worked hard with the Asian stereotype of being really smart and very smart in everything. So you got the guy who cooks noodles. The Asian actor always knows how to fight or knows some martial arts. I guess that would be stereotyped, but that's just off the top of my head.
They're smart, intelligent, smart or intelligent. They study a lot. Yeah, very ditzy, very nerdy. Pretty much they always portray them as intelligent. Well, they're good cooks, right? Say some women, they love clothing. They have to be smarter. They're not allowed to slack. They're not allowed to date, because parents, the most important part of raising children is their education.
I would say, since every stereotype and how media portrays anything, of course it would influence me. But yeah, I would say it would, like everything else on different cultures, it would influence me. It helped me to strive to be a smarter person, become the nerd that I am. Just, I guess it'd be kind of a positive influence to help me be a better person.
They're like, you're Asian, you're smart, right? Well, that might have contributed to it, but I also had, like, the ones with the glasses on, you know? I also had glasses on, and I was actually smart at the time, and I didn't care at the time, because I went along with it. Like, if there's a piano, I'd be able to play it, and everybody like, wow, you're so good at piano, it's because you're Asian.
Yes. Like certain things that we do, even for Filipinos, when they point, they use their... But not all Filipinos do that, but majority of them do. Always portrayed as, you know, they eat a lot. We eat, you know, what our staple foods are, so they always say, that's all you guys do is eat. Well, that's our culture. We eat 24/7. And when you invite people over, you feed them. When they leave your home, you feed them, or they take the food with them. So it's pretty much whatever they portray, they usually other people perceive us as to be like that. It's very stereotypical.
From what I said before, my favorite Asian actor would be kind of in between Jackie Chan and, I think his name's Donnie Yen, the main actor or lead role in the Ip Man series, and also he was in Rogue One Star Wars for a little bit. It's kind of hard because I really like watching them do martial arts and such like that, and also when their times come, they're quite funny and charming, so they're good.
Jackie Chan.
Well, Ken Watanabe's been in a lot of films, and he does a lot of good. He plays pretty much the ideal like king, because he's very soft spoken and he's very respectful. He's in a lot of movies that I watch. I think he's one of the main actors that shows up in a lot of movies now, in the current films.
I want to say that Asian actors, white actors, black actors, all actors are great, and the acting profession is awesome. So,
yeah. Maybe, probably, but I won't say it.
Well, in general, there's a little bit more Asian now that are being cast when it's coming to the film. They don't, like I said, a lot of the time they don't cast them because it's more an all-American. If they're trying to portray the 1920s, 1930s, 40s, those are mostly, American actors. But if they do any type of Asian, like Miss Saigon, even the plays, they do cast Asian, even though they might not be the right Asian, but at least they're trying to bring some Asian actors and actresses into the field. But as far as roles go, there isn't that many movies that are out that requires an Asian actor.
In my research, I found that according to a 2014 University of California study of the top 100 films, only 17 featured a non-white lead or co-lead actors. And it's not only on screen. Studio executives, writers, and directors are predominantly white males. USA Today research shows that 10% of the executive producers on broadcast sitcoms and dramas in 2016 are from non-white backgrounds. Even though some of the people I interviewed had different opinions, they all seemed to agree that seeing more Asians on TV would be a good thing. In today's world, the entertainment business really does shape who we are and how we perceive others. It globalizes the stereotypes that we all hear today about each other. I remember being a child and having people come up to me after I got a math test back and asking why I didn't score better. "You should be good at math. You're Asian," they would say. I never understood that. Just because I'm from a certain ethnicity doesn't mean I'm any more intelligent. The idea that we base our self-worth off the things we see and hear on TV is a horrible reality. It's creating restrictions on not only ourselves, but the way we judge others around us. Although it might take time, if the TV and film business could insert more diverse characters into their world, we could break some of the stereotypes that are held so closely over our heads.